And how does that, I mean, how does that play out in your work with companies? Like how do you speak to that with the people that you go in and speak to?
I use dialogue. I ask questions and I don't give answers. I'm not prescriptive, and in this sense, I'm a strange strategist because usually strategists will come with a blueprint and tell you in the imitation game what should you do and why didn't you do it. I usually try to capture the DNA of the company because
Mhm.
at the extent of the DNA works is the extent that the company can thrive and can develop. So I put questions in a frame which is very structured, and it's like a sort of a dialogue, but very structured dialogue, and it implies figures, but not in terms of give me the figures and I'll judge you, you're good or bad. But what are the figures are telling you about what you are and what you want to do and what you did in the past. So it's a dialogue method. It's very structured, it's very safe, not really comfortable, but and the other thing is that I use is that I align all the people. I refuse to talk to only to the top board of top managers because it's not where the things happen. They have a scheme in their mind and they try to force it into the reality, but it doesn't work. It simply does not work. So they have to understand when they want to go somewhere, they have to understand the deal of resistance that they are encountering because, first of all, most of the people don't even understand what's going on. And then most of the people regard the change as a challenge, as a personal threat.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you have this approach. I think it's phenomenal. And I love that you broke it down that way. I wanted, how do people respond?
It's ups and downs, like in a conversation.
Mm,
There's a lot of, there can be a lot of interrupts. But once, you know, there's something about a conversation which is very important. While if I tell you you must do something, you can also not do that. When you are in the conversation, the entanglement is so strong that you can keep the conversation going on at a certain level, and at that level, the company finds the energy to realize what they want to do, and most of the times they do it. At least they try.
okay. I want to get back to your latest book and I quattro pilastri per le aziende B2B, because you identify innovation, design, brand, and sustainability as the four legs of a table. Why do these four belong together, and what happens when one of them is missing?
That's a good question. I think I try to establish a strong connection between these four concepts to strengthen, better eradicate them in the reality of companies. And I would regard them as the four legs of a table. To have a table and put something on a table, you need to have four legs. They need to be a certain height and possibly the same height, the same length. Otherwise, the table is not stable. So it was easier to write the book evoking dimensions like the ones you said that are very familiar, people are very familiar with.